Hello, everybody, and good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you all. Hey, it is your girl, Ruthie the Truth, your financial wellness coach and your number one strategist for goal driven planning. And today, I know y'all know what today is. It's the Wheel of Life Wednesday. Yes. Yes, Wheel of Life Wednesday. Hold on one second. Let me just do this right quick. Cause I'm gonna take this out of my ear because otherwise I'm gonna hear myself echoing. Oh no! Crap. All right, hopefully I didn't mess that up with the speaker. Golly. I'm over here trying to get through these technology issues today, y'all. Anyway, hey. All right. Hopefully it didn't mess up. Let's see. What's going on, everybody? How was your Thanksgiving? How was your weekend? How was your week? Like, what's going on, y'all? All right, I think I should be sharing now. I gotta get used to all this technology stuff here. All right, so for those of you who are on the YouTube Wheel of Life Wednesday, let me just say that um, this wheel shows, oh, excuse me, the updated version, and you will click the little red button that's there at the bottom, and you will fill out your information. Uh, put today's date for the sake of time. And let me just show you how this works. All right, so before we get started, I usually put, or there's a prompt to explain if you are a mom, dad, or grad, or both, dad and grad, like a dad who is a grad or a mom who is a grad. All right, and then for the dads who are grads, you will click in the double whammy column. But for moms who are graduates, you will just click in the mom column and graduate column. Actually, I guess I could make a double whammy mom column, but for the sake of just what do we have here, you just click in everything, check the boxes, all of which applies to you. So for my entry for this week, well, every week, I am a mom who is a grad with children. All right. And so I will be checking in the boxes, the mom column and the graduate column. All right. So I have a daughter, I have a son. Excuse me. I am a millennial, right? Generation, what generation you were born. And if you have children, what age they are. So mine are teenagers. And I have graduated high school as well as some trade schools. And I do have a college degree. So we're oh, I need the trade. All right. So that solves all of what I have to put in there. And if there's any other explanation that you want to add to it, you can feel free to put your answer at the bottom where it says other, explain here. And once you do that, you will click the button that says next, and you will fill out the Wheel of Life for this Wednesday. Welcome. All right. So the first category that we were going through, first of eight, actually 11, but the other category, the subcategories are subcategories. So of eight categories. All right. So category one is friends. So on a scale of 1 to 10, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even read it. Let me read the instructions, y'all. My bad. All right. So the instructions are as follows. So step one, you will find a trusted friend, family member, or significant other to share in this weekly experience with you. All right. And ideally, you want to do this for 8 consecutive weeks. So if this is your first week, you want to do it again for 7 more weeks every week. And welcome. So glad to have you. All right. Step two is next. Each of you will take turns choosing a color, preferably your favorite color, to present your response for each of the selected categories. All right. So first, select the categories, friends. Then, after that, step three, you will take turns asking each other, how are you feeling and why? All right. On a scale of 1 through 10 about each of the specific categories. So, the scale of 1 to 10 is represents one represents the very worst that you've ever felt in your life, and 10 represents the absolute best that you ever felt in your life. And so you will a number of how you were feeling and what made you choose that number. All right. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to do my entry for this week as well. And, you know, explain why I chose my numbers this week. All right. And step four, once you have a number or color, once you have a number colored in for each category, then you will use the follow-up questions to further elaborate, excuse me, on your will reserve for the week. All right. So you will put, if you have the physical workbook, which is available on Amazon, type in my name, Ruthie the Truth, and workbook, and this should pop up. All right. And I'll also leave the link in the chat if anybody wants to get the Amazon link. All right. Um, actually, I think it's in my description box. But in case, so yeah, you will put the week of, and you will write this week, and then you will color in the categories around the circle. All right. And the idea is each week, excuse for 8 consecutive weeks, you will see a change. You're going to see changes from 1 week to the next. And the objective is for you to reflect on what those changes are and why. Because if you're having any financial hardships, it's usually because of the fluctuation from one of these categories or more. All right. And so the idea is to balance life. What in the world? Sorry, y'all. I don't know what I just Oh gosh. All right. So here we go. I hope that changed back. Did that change back? All right. I think it did. It looked good. Yeah. All right, cool. All right. So the first category, oh, that's what I was at. I was here. All right. So first category is friends. So a friend is a person that you know very well and share a mutual bond of sorry, and share a bond of mutual affection with, non-sexual. All right. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling about your friends category for this week? I will answer my week this week. Actually, I feel good. I feel like I'm at a 9 out of 10. Had an old friend reach out to me and offer me some support. So I'm really happy about that. Um, Yeah, so that was pretty interesting. It made my day, made my week rather. Well, it made me choose 9 out of 10 for this week. And yeah, I was very, very happy, very pleased. I was so relieved actually because if I remember correctly, last week, I was talking with Anthony Weaver from About That Wallet podcast about you know, how sometimes we could feel a little guilty, you know, life be lifing, you know, that's just the reality, especially as an adult. So where you wanna stay connected with friends how you used to, like when you were in school, when you were younger, before life became a full-time responsibility, you don't get a chance to really stay connected like that. And so I was so relieved that I got to follow up with, you know, with my friend. Well, actually, my friend reached out to me to follow up, and I felt less guilty about not staying in contact for such a long time. But I appreciate you, friend. So, on that note, the next category is health. All right. And health has two subcategories. So health is divided by physical health and mental health. So we're going to start with the mental health first, and then we're going to reflect on our physical health. All right. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling about your mental health for this week? All right. So today I would say I feel much better. I'm at an 8 out of 10. um, because I was able to get quite a few things accomplished within this past week that I was not sure I would have been able to. But I'm slow and steady wins the race, and so this is where Ruthie Truth is at right now with progress in life. All right, so I would say um, making slow yet steady progress. Excuse me, this week. So I feel good. Uh, All right. Next category is, sorry, next subcategory would be physical health, right? So physical health. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even read what mental health. The mental health definition. So definition of of mental health is a person's state of and their emotional well-being, right? So there's that part, and then for physical health, the definition is a person's state of uh, physical health is a person's state of being with regards to their organs and body system function. All right. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 representing the absolute worst you've ever felt in your life, 10 representing the absolute best that you've ever felt in your life. How are you feeling about your physical health? All right. And I would say for my physical health, I feel like I'm at an 8. Yesterday, I was having some really bad back pain, but that seemed to have resolved with some medications. So yeah, I feel good. James Brown. So I'm feeling much better after medicine for my back pain. Okay. Ooh. All right. So the next category is family. All right. And family is described as uh, people who are there for you in your times of need, joy, and sorrow. They help you grow and figure out who you really are, right? So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling about your uh, family category for this week. And while you put your answers in, I'm gonna put mine. I'll say I'm at an 8 this week. Uh, Good times with good people. Felt quite supported through my challenges this week, which was a good thing. All right. So we hit next, and the next category is fun slash recreation. All right. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling about your fun category this week? All right. And fun, also known as recreation, involves one or more activities of enjoyment, amusement, or lighthearted pleasure. All right. So, how are you feeling this week about your fun category? I would say for me this week wasn't all that fun. I mean, I feel better that I have some new supportive people in my life, but yeah, but it wasn't fun going through the challenges. Getting through the challenges this week was not very fun at all. So I would say that is the response for this week. And yeah, that would be my response. All right, so moving right along, the next category is education. All right, and education is defined as the process of receiving or giving systematic instructions, typically at a school or university, for an enlightening experience. Okay? So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling about your education for this week? For me, I'm gonna say it's almost about the same as fun. I didn't get a chance to. Well, I did learn a few new things, um, kind of by force, not necessarily by choice, but I would say, yeah, did learn a few new things this week. Navigated um, challenges. As I navigated quite a few challenges. Uh, but they were not by choice. All right, so like your losses, turning your losses into lessons. That's pretty much the name of the game. Yeah, I I've gone through some losses this week, so but it's all right because that's what life is about. You win some, you lose some, but you fight. How they say? How Pop say it? Well, you fight to live another day, or something like that. And I was trying to quote that. What's the name? For the spoon line from Friday. I don't know if y'all know it. Type it Type it in the comments. What's that line? You win some, you lose some. And I don't remember the rest. Something was something, something another day. That's what I remember. It's been a while. Alright. But in any case, yes. That is the response for this week. And the next category is personal growth, right? So I'll read the definition and then ask the infamous question. All right, so personal growth is the process of an individual becoming self aware, uh, entirely self aware, followed by taking steps to address the behaviors, attitudes, values, actions, and habits that they wish to change. All right. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling about, oops, how are you feeling about your personal growth category for this week? I would say for me, where we at? I don't know. Maybe a 7. I'll say a 7 out of 10 this week. Uh, and I'll just say the reason why is because dealing with losses this past week has really uh, made me reflect and pray a lot harder than I've ever done in a long time. All right. So that is the response for this week for personal growth, at least on my end. And feel free to type your personal growth information. Well, you could either put it in the chat if you're live, or if you're watching and catching this as a replay, just follow along on another device, mobile device, whatever. And yeah, you can feel this. You can feel it in your own digitally. All right. So the next category is love life. Okay. And this is another big category that had to be subdivided into two subdivisions. First one is self love category. I'm sorry, self love life. And the second one is romantic love. All right. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling about your self love life for this week? All right. And to give a definition, self love is the act of treating yourself with kindness and respect, nurturing your growth and your well being. All right. So, with that in mind, um, I would say my score would be, excuse me, um, how well did I treat myself with kindness? I think I did pretty well. I didn't criticize myself too much. And nurturing my growth, I could have been a little bit neglectful in this area. So maybe I'll say a 6. Uh, and I'll say this week, quite distracting. However, I did still manage to put myself first in majority of everything I had to do. So to nurture my growth and well. All right. So, yep, that is the response for this week for that subcategory. Um, and the other subcategory, which is romantic love life, is defined as the act of courtship behaviors of one person to express the overall feelings of attraction towards another, right? And I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, well, let me ask you first. On a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling about your romantic love life this week? And I would say, actually, um, I don't know. Well, there was a romantic thing that did happen this week. A few things. Um, so I don't know. I think I would say I'll give it an 8. Uh, yes. So a few things that took place which were quite romantic. However, uh, not romantic enough for it. No, let me not even put all of that. All right, I'm gonna just leave it at that. All right, hold on one moment. All right. Um, so the next category is career. All right. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling about your career category for this week? All right. And career is defined as an occupation undertaken for a significant period of a person's life in which opportunities for progression exist. I would give this category a 9 this week, from my perspective, because I've had quite a few um, opportunities to progress career-wise, but can't really speak much, excuse me, about that at the moment. Yeah, so it was pretty good. On in this part, it was as far as that's concerned, it was quite I've had progress. I'll say that. So again, I can't say much, but I'll just leave it at that. And obviously stay tuned and you know exactly what I'm talking about. And then when everything kind of reveals itself, I'm like, hey y'all, remember back last year when I was saying that I had something that I couldn't really talk about? This is it. Uh yeah, that part. All right. So, um, cool. All right. So moving forward, and also I'm sorry for those who are watching, you can feel free to type your responses in the chat if you're watching live. or if you're catching a replay on YouTube, then feel free to click the book link for Hazon, or you can find the link in my description box, and yeah, or just let me know that you want the link, and I can send it to you. I can drop it in the comments, so that way you can follow along digitally along with me. All right. So yes, moving forward, the next activity is to describe your number one financial goal for 2024. And I would say, um, while you guys are typing yours in, I would say my financial goal for 2024 is to have positive financial impact in the lives of at least 800 dads and grads uh, by December 31st, which is less than 30 days away. So it is really crunch time, y'all. And I've been working on some videos to create, to put in my Ruthie's Road to 800 official newsletter, the debut, whatever you want to call it, to communicate who, how many out of the 800 dads and grads, how far I was able to go in accomplishing that goal. All right, I'm tallying it up. 800 people is more like I said the number, but I didn't realize how challenging it is to literally document 800 scenarios of financial success. It's quite um, extensive. So bear with me, y'all. I got y'all, and I cannot wait to share the 800 dads and grads that I have. Well, I don't know. Right now, I'm not at 800 yet, but I'm getting there slowly but surely. Like I said, yo, it's a work in progress. Promise you. But yes. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. It's quite interesting how each person has been impacted, and I'm very pleased with the fact that even if I didn't reach exactly 800 dads and grads, that I've reached well over the halfway mark, well over 400. So um, may not be quite 800, but just to know that I had so many people who resonated with the Wheel of Life, with the podcast, with the workbook, with the like you name it. There's various different things, and I'll explain more. Um, it's a very proud moment for me to have accomplished even half of the 800, uh, because most people are not even caring enough to do that. But yeah, it's been a journey, and I can't wait to share with you guys. All right. So the next question is, which of the following categories do you feel is holding you back the most financially? For example, basically, which which of the 8 categories is your biggest area that requires some growth? Oh, excuse me. In order for you to achieve financial success. Uh, this one is difficult. I would say maybe it's fun, because I think that was the lowest score I had out of all of the categories this week. Uh, yeah, like normally I like to have fun with doing everything that I need to do, but just having a lot of losses just really distracted me this week. So the next question is, what action plan are you going to execute this week to work towards the category that you selected? All right, and I would say my action plan will be to um find, well, execute a strategic structure to eliminate as many distractions as possible. Oh, how did I know I was going to say that? Yeah, good technology. So yes, that is going to be my plan. That way, I will be able to have a little more fun in accomplishing my goal for this Ruthie's Road to 800 of 20. All right. Well, I guess any year, really, but yes, Ruthie's Road to 800 mission, and which is to have a positive financial impact in the lives of at least 800 dads and grads in leadership positions. Okay. So the last and final question is, um, are you interested in joining the Ruthie's Road hashtag 800 Club mission for 2024? All right. And of course, I always am interested. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm doing this, you know? And yeah, and then you hit next. And before you hit submit, you want to toggle this little thing over to send yourself a copy of the responses, okay? And then you click submit. Bingo! All right, and that, my friends, is a wrap. That concludes this week's Wheel of Life Wednesday check-in. I'm so grateful you all have come in, tuned in, and I really look forward to you hitting the like button if whatever I've said, done, or if you completing this Wheel of Life check-in has helped you in any way towards having a positive financial impact in your life or the life of your family, friends, and loved ones. All right. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It is there just for you and everyone else that you share this video with. All right. So tell a friend, dad and grad, whatever they are, mom, grads, let all of the dads and grads and moms, yes, y'all are a part of that too. Let them all know that Root Movie Truth is here to have this eight to accomplish this road to 800 mission of having a positive financial impact in the lives of at least 800 dads and grads in leadership positions. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all tuning in and staying to the end of this live stream. And I look forward to seeing you all next time. Bye.